so much. Please take measures to withstand the heat. Hey, Sam. I've been waiting for you. Stuff goes missing all the time, but it looks like today is our lucky day. Thanks, Sam.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I gotta say, Sam, you're looking pretty beat. You know you can borrow the private room whenever you want, right? Don't kill yourself for our sakes.
Order completed.
As I said before, there's something I need to tell you. It's about Lou. You see, after you left Bridges, I decided to do a little digging into BB-28's past. That is, Lou's. I found the BB decommissioning records. Now, according to them, BB-28 was flagged for disposal and subsequently incinerated 4 years ago, long before you and Lou first met.
That's BB-28?
This is the child officially identified as BB-28. But if you look closer, Sam, you see at once that it can't possibly be Lou. Right there at the elbow, where the birthmark should be. Nothing. Which means we have another BB-28 on our hands. The one with whom you memorably went west and back not so long ago, that is Lou. Per regulations, the serial number assigned to each BB was unique. No two units should have ever been assigned the same one. I've cross-checked the details with the most up-to-date entries in the UCA database. And indeed, there is no reason to believe BB-28 survived. All of which can only mean, Sam, that the bridge baby you carried with you on your journey across America, Lou, was never recorded in the official database. So, where then did Lou come from? Right now, your guess is as good as mine. But as worrying as that sounds, this could actually be to your advantage, since it's functionally impossible for the UCA or Bridges to track a BB of which they have no record. Which is lucky because if they did know about a BB that could live and grow outside the pod, they'd want to secure it for study. So take comfort in the knowledge that they don't, that you're free, that you can bring up Lou in peace. How is it, by the way? The two of you living as a family? Right. I have gifts for you. A few things to take back home. An assortment of vaccines to be administered as your child grows up. We want Lou to live a long and healthy life. And it's natural for children to be afraid of shots. Maybe this will help put Lou's mind at ease. A token of my affection. You can collect it via the delivery terminal when you leave. I wonder how big Lou will get. Anyway, there's one more thing I wanted to share with you. As you know, everyone is meant to go to their own beach when they die. But unlike most people, I wasn't born from a mother. I was born from an artificial womb. Transplants provided the organs I never had. I was incomplete and had no beach, I believed. But I wasn't about to accept that. I went back home to study the Ha and Ka and the beach. I threw myself into my work, Sam. I tried. But I think I've done all that I can. In the end, I'm still a patchwork Frankenstein's monster. One that's just about worn out. As a doctor, I can tell you, I don't have long left. So I've devoted my remaining time to research. That's why I'm here, Sam. Where I can focus on the beach. There's so much data here, Sam. On beach formation, jumping via beaches, the relationship between the beach and plate gates. All the evidence you could ever wish for. Not enough to solve every mystery, perhaps, but enough for me to make an incredible personal discovery that I have a beach after all. It doesn't matter how I was born. I have lived as a human. And thus do I possess a beach like any other. I am not a machine, but a person with a Ha and a Ka and a beach to go with them. Lastly, I have a confession for you, along with a heartfelt apology. I told you once that I didn't have dooms. But that's not actually true. Not that I was lying, you understand. I just didn't know. It was only after I found my beach that I realized. Chiral allergic reaction. I can feel it getting closer. I'm off to the beach, Sam. To my beach. Take care of yourself.
Sam.
Did you know about this?
No. It's news to me, too. I'm sorry that that man is gone. But he would have been pleased that you managed to extend the UCA network all the way to his lab. Thank you, Sam.
I guess I'm homeward bound.
Missing little Lou that badly?
You know I am.
Come on back, Sam. Lou misses you too.
Hey, Sam. About that message Deadman left for you. I hope you understand that he wanted to tell you all that himself. He didn't want it to come from me or anyone else. Naturally, we respected his wishes. We'll also be carrying on his research in his stead. I'm sure you will, but please take care of that last order he left for you. On another note, you can now use your PCC to construct generators and bridges. Build them along your delivery routes, and you're sure to make a ton of other porters very happy. Trust me. Who knows? They might end up returning the favor someday, too. Also, you can now fabricate tri-cruisers, trikes with 2 front wheels. You'll be able to build, charge, or repair tri-cruisers at any facility with a garage. Like this one. It's a battery-powered vehicle, so if you run out of juice in the wild, you can always construct a generator to recharge it. Just be careful not to run out of battery when you're outside network coverage. You can only use your PCC to build generators or any other structures when you've got a network connection. So without coverage, you'll either have to ditch a dead tri-cruiser or wait forever and a day for the solar panels to recharge it. Once again, thank you for linking up all of Mexico, Sam. Be safe out there, and pay us a visit the next time you're close.
Sam, I just reviewed the list of UCA associates. You can rest easy. Any data concerning your life on the run has been erased. So once you've taken care of Deadman's final request, you can come straight home. Access the terminal on site for the details. I'll take care of Lou. Just focus on the job.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. This custom cargo container is designed to be attached directly to your chest. The words, "For Lou," are written on it. Tri-cruisers are now available for fabrication.
Order accepted. Thank you.
having any outstanding orders. Still, I'll check the records and see what pops. Oh shit, you found it. This is that carbon that went missing a while back. You're a shining example of what a porter should be. The best I could ever hope to meet. I'm willing to trust you have the best intentions. Put me on the network. I'd be happy to share my data with everyone else. Other porters should definitely find it useful.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So, now I'm connected to the network. You can get goods and data and so forth through it, right? That's all fine and dandy, but with the advent of A-Pass, I hear the porter's time's coming to an end. Wonder what the man who delivers would say about that if he were still around. Anyway, the trekking boot data I shared is for a design that I gradually refined over the course of my training. They're tailor-made for mountain runs. Got great traction and peerless shock absorption for those hard landings. There's no better shoe for traveling through rough country like this. Nah, I'm more of what you call a boka. I walk the earth on my own 2 feet and carry the load on my back alone. Most porters and delivery bots do it differently. My methods are probably closest to those of the man who delivers. The term boka comes from Japan, where they had porters who worked exclusively in the mountains. You could count on boka to make deliveries, no matter how treacherous the terrain or remote the destination. And I try to live by their example. You mean to say you haven't heard of him? The porter all others aspire to be like, the best to ever strap on a pack? After he made a name for himself in the UCA, he up and vanished. Just like that. And of course, like all legends, he's a man of many mysteries. With the help of the chiral network, though, I could probably learn a lot more about him. And the more I learn, the closer I'll get to becoming the boka who delivers. Or so I hope. Oh yeah. Wherever there's clients in need and cargo to be carried, you can bet your ass you'll find porters. Of course, in the UCA, they started relying on A-Pass for distribution. And so the delivery boys and girls have been drifting down here ever since. Plenty are working even farther south here, too. As times change, so does the nature of the job. New vehicles and nifty gear. Weapons, too, for the porters who fancy them. But none of that is as important as the shoes you wear. Worst comes to worst, all you need is a pair of shoes to get the cargo to its destination. Well, thank you. It's nice to know there are still people like you out there. Take care.
Thank you. Been looking forward to this. Didn't think you'd go to such lengths on our behalf. We really can't thank you enough. You've got some seriously impressive skills. I'll bet something like this would be right up your alley. You could use some extra materials as well, right? We'll see if we can't set a few aside for you.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I've shared with you data for a machine pistol. This weapon is capable of full auto fire and can be stowed securely in a holster. It may be compact, but it has plenty of stopping power. Good for all kinds of situations you might find yourself in. I hope it's to your liking.
Order completed. Well done. Departing facility. Please take care of the spirit. Please take care.
Get you legs.
Stranding. Intrusion detected. Intrusion detected. Level 5 alert. Multiple unidentified armed hostiles inbound. Your shelter is under attack.
They're in danger. I gotta get back. Who the fuck are these guys? What was his deal?
Gunfire detected at your shelter. Destruction of personal database confirmed.
Nobody's home. Maybe outside. She can't have gone too far from the shelter. Lou. I patched you up the best I could. What happened to Lou?
We were attacked. It all happened so fast.
Intrusion detected. Intrusion detected. Level 5 alert. Multiple unidentified armed hostiles inbound. I tried to jump us out of there. But I could only take my equipment with me. And I couldn't possibly think of Lou like that. There was no way for the two of us to escape together. The best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou. I couldn't protect Lou. I am so sorry. So sorry. I'm sorry.
You see me? You can't. Because you're dead.